Hi there. Welcome to Apple World. Whatever was happening in that court, I don't have any idea how to make very clear sense of it. She was very to the point and extremely direct. Essentially, you can perceive she is finished with this case. Many individuals via online entertainment called out Elaine Bredehoft for her alleged inadequacy during the preliminary and after the preliminary. Yet what does Amber Heard think about her attorney? Does she fault her for the lost days after the decision was given? Elaine was back in court to address Amber by and clearly things went poorly. She said that her client was pushing ahead with an allure and the adjudicator advised her that to do so, Amber needed to record a correspondent who was nearby said about the security. Elaine Bredehoft was likewise needing to address this security that must be documented by Amber Heard to pursue the case, thus she needed to examine that too in a post-preliminary movement. I ought to say, and Judges Carreta essentially said, well, you can address anything you desire, however you need to record the security, and that security would be the $35 million in addition to 6% premium each year. And the adjudicator fundamentally got straight to the point about it. If you have any desire to pursue, you need to record that cash to do as such. As per the correspondent, Elaine really struggled surrendering, and she added so it didn't seem like Elaine Bredehoft was prepared to perhaps yield that point. She needs to address that in some sort of movement or something, and she said she would do so, yet the adjudicator truly lacked the capacity to deal with any, whatever was happening in that court. I don't have the foggiest idea how to very make sense of it. She was very to the point, extremely direct. She essentially, you can perceive she is finished with this case. So many individuals via web-based entertainment said that Elaine was all the while battling on the grounds that Amber faults her for the loss in the event that you might review a clasp from the preliminary became a web sensation via virtual entertainment in which Elaine could be seen saying, crying, "I'm trying," as she inspected Amber, while Johnny Depp's lawyer kept bringing up criticisms regarding the majority of her inquiries. Obviously, it was clear by then that she realized they planned to lose the case and to exacerbate the situation after Elaine enveloped the divert. Amber left the court by a rush after the appointed authority told her she could step down and rejoin her lawyers, that as per the vast majority fundamentally demonstrated that Amber had lost trust in her group and faulted them for how everything was going. Sooner or later, supporters even said that Elaine was furtively a Johnny Depp fan and lost the case deliberately. That was particularly after she was seen outside a film debut holding a camera while attempting to get a brief look at Johnny. That episode being referred to was recorded during the debut of Johnny Depp's film Solitary Officer in London in 2013, and fans said that Elaine was there to help Johnny Depp, and we should not fail to remember that. She was spotted by court participants crying during the preliminary on a few events. Like a court participant gave his record on Popcorn Planet, saying it was around 5 o'clock, just before the jury concluded they planned to return home for the day. Everybody had essentially left. However, there were a couple of individuals staying nearby in the event they had a decision. 3 of us were remaining external the restroom when we saw her essentially sort of not run, however, go into the restroom rapidly. I crying, and afterward one of them planned to go in after her. Yet another lady entered the restroom too. Obviously, there were likewise quarrels from Amber's group during the preliminary, and it was purportedly in light of the fact that Amber idea her group was bombing her. Well, a couple of individuals concurred that Elaine really added to the loss, and one composed Elaine Bredehoft is a humiliation to the legitimate calling Ben Rottenborn, and the remainder of the group emerged from this looking fine. So it's most certainly not on the grounds that she's Amber's attorney. Can't envision she believes she's truly assisting Amber's allure with packaging someone else additionally. She said her execution in Virginia was humiliating to watch. She will just get clients like, from here on out, and it's her own issue. The television appearances showed the world that she has no class, respect, or uprightness. Another person likewise answered a post about how individuals ought to back off of Elaine, saying, "Not me. Elaine Bredehoft has no morals. She was terrible before the preliminary, during, and after. She's a horrendous liar, very much like her client." I'm glad that the legal hero suggested the way that the jury could have done without A's attorney's filthy strategies concerning Amber. Supporters expressed that, however much she didn't call out Elaine for losing the case, she most certainly believed that Elaine played a large job in the loss, and due to her conduct post-preliminary, the allure cycle will be undeniably challenging. Stay tuned for additional subtleties on the allure and whether Amber will hold Elaine as her attorney.